If you're the owner of a local service business and you are either thinking about running Google Ads or you are currently running Google Ads for your business, today I'm going to go over 5 things that you want to keep in mind when you are running Google Ads. Now, these things will most likely save you time, save you money, save you headache, and could potentially bring you a lot more leads and a lot more jobs as a result. So if you're new here, my name is Chris. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos about Google Ads, local lead generation, and all that kind of good stuff. So without wasting any time, let's jump into those tips that you can apply to your Google Ads for your local service business in 2026. So the first thing we have to talk about is campaign type. A lot of times when I'm doing audits, I see people running a bunch of different types of campaigns. But what you want to do is if you want to generate leads from Google search for your home service business, search campaigns are the types of campaigns that you want to go with. Don't go with Performance Max. As of right now, Performance Max just honestly doesn't really generate super high quality leads for local service businesses. They're kind of all over the place and the traffic can be all over the place. It's best to just keep your ads in Google search and then get traffic from Google search, because that's going to be the highest quality traffic and it's going to lead to the highest quality leads for your home service business. The next thing you need to have in place on your Google Ads campaign is conversion tracking. I have done a lot of audits where I've looked at campaigns that have no conversion tracking set up. And this is really, really important for a couple of reasons. You can see here on this campaign, I have conversions being tracked for form submissions, phone calls, and really those two primary types of leads, because that's going to show me, number one, what is working and what isn't working on my campaign. And if you are not tracking conversions on your Google Ads campaign and you have no idea what keywords are generating phone calls, what ads are generating phone calls, and you're gonna have no idea where to optimize your campaign, how to optimize your campaign, and how to get it performing better. So on the one hand, conversion tracking is super important and you don't want to skip this. And then on the other hand, Google nowadays learns based on the conversion data that you feed it. So if you're not feeding conversion data into Google, meaning you're not telling Google what is a good lead for you, what is a good conversion, meaning like a phone call or a form fill, if you're not telling Google what you want, Google's not really going to know how to optimize on their end. There's so many, AI and algorithms and everything like that behind the scenes doing a lot of thinking. We need to tell Google what is actually important to the business. And if you're not telling Google, hey, we want to get more phone calls and more form fills, then Google's not really going to know what to do. So you need to make sure that you have conversion tracking set up on your campaign, because if you're not, in a lot of ways, your campaign's pretty much going to be flying blind and you're going to have no idea if it's actually making you money or if it's lighting money on fire. So you want to get conversion tracking set up ASAP. And if you haven't set up a campaign yet, do that before you even turn it on. Another thing that I recommend is, number one, turning off all of your auto apply recommendations. Make sure all of these are unselected. Make sure it says 0 out of 8, 0 out of 14, because a lot of these options will essentially allow Google to just randomly make changes to your campaigns. And then on top of this, if you get emails or notifications or anything from Google, or you see recommendations showing up in this recommendation screen where it's telling you to implement new campaign types and switch to broad match keywords and do all these different things to your campaigns, just don't do it. Google is going to tell you all the time that your campaign is either not optimized. On this recommendations page, they're going to show that your optimization score is dropped and all this kind of stuff. And all it is doing is, it's really just Google trying to get you to implement different features and spend more money, or, switch to things that will get them more clicks. But at the end of the day, more clicks just makes them more money. These types of things, some of them can be useful. For the most part, they honestly just sort of trick people that don't really, to be honest, know specifically what they're doing with Google Ads. And if you're just auto applying these things, Google is just going to take the reins and not really deliver what you want out of your campaign, which is more leads. So make sure all of these things are turned off. Make sure you're not applying random recommendations just because Google says so. And that is going to save you a ton of money and a ton of headaches over the long term. Then the next tip we want to talk about is kind of broadly getting the right traffic. There's a lot that goes into getting the right traffic. It's kind of a 3-for-1 tip for this step. We want to get the right high quality traffic into the campaign, because up front, if we're not getting the right types of searches, the right people seeing the ads and clicking on the ads, you're not going to get high quality leads. And in some cases, you just might not get leads at all. So first things first, you need to make sure you're choosing high quality, high intent keywords. This client is a pool service company, so you don't want to be just bidding on something like pools or something like that. Your keywords need to be things that are high intent. So somebody's searching for pool service near me, for example, pool cleaning service near me, pool service Gilbert, pool service Scottsdale, Arizona. Obviously, you need to tweak that for your particular business, but the keywords you select need to be high intent searches that actually indicate that somebody wants to make a buying decision. On top of that, you need to make sure that you are using match types. You're going to see in this column here, everything that I'm running is either exact match or phrase match. You want to make sure with your keywords, this doesn't say broad match. So exact match here, you can see these little brackets on the keyword. That is going to give me traffic that is as closely related to that keyword as possible. Whereas phrase match, it's a little bit more loose, but it's going to be within this theme of people searching for things like pool repair, Phoenix, Arizona. If you go broad match and you just had pool service near me, broad match, it is going to show your ads for such a wide range of stuff that you probably don't want to be showing up for. So you could be showing up for pool service products or pool service stores or DIY searches, all these kinds of things that at the end of the day, if somebody clicks on your ad and they search that, you're still going to get charged, and that is not going to result in a lead, or it just might result in an irrelevant phone call. So you want to make sure you have your keywords set up properly. You want to make sure you have your match types in there properly. And then on top of that, you want to layer in negative keywords. So you can see on this campaign, I have 3,173 negative keywords on this campaign. You don't always need to go that wild with it, but on my end, I would rather have as many negative keywords as possible, because what they do is they tell Google what I don't want my ads to show up for. And that is so important nowadays, because keywords have become a lot more loose, a lot more broad in a lot of ways. So we need to layer in big negative keyword lists to tell Google what we do not want to show up for. You can see it's a bunch of different stuff. It's different states, different competitor names, different, things like free and cheap and, Home Depot and all that sort of stuff. So anything you don't want to show up for, you need to build this negative keyword list. And if you layer those three things together, it's going to help you clean up your traffic and help you get higher quality traffic from Google, because at the front of a campaign is the traffic. And if you don't have the right traffic coming in, you're just not going to get leads, and they're not going to be high quality leads if you are getting phone calls. Then the last thing we want to make sure we have in place is landing pages. Now, you can technically send your traffic to your website, but I would recommend going with landing pages, because this is one of the biggest ways that you can improve the cost per lead on your campaign, generate more leads, and improve the number of clicks that you get on your ads that convert into leads. Because landing pages, typically a goal that you want to have with these is converting 20% of clicks into leads. A lot of times with websites, maybe that'll be around 10%. And that could make or break a campaign in terms of profitability. So landing pages can help you cut down that cost per lead. And the biggest thing you want to make sure you have on your page is no navigation. It needs to be very simple, very straight to the point. Have reviews on the page, talk about your services, about your business. This is obviously just a demo page, but bigger than that, you want to make sure it works well on mobile devices. So you can see right here, it works perfectly fine on mobile. You have the click to call right there, just kind of stuck to the top of the phone. And that way people can just click the button, call whenever they need the service. And that's going to help you boost up your conversion rate and ultimately help you get more leads out of your campaign, which is obviously going to make it more profitable. So that is it. If you implement those 5 things on your Google Ads campaign for your home service business, you are definitely going to see more leads, lower cost per lead, and ultimately a more profitable campaign in the long run. So if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you are somebody who wants to DIY this and you want to build the campaigns yourself, linked down below, I will have a free Google Ads course here on the YouTube channel you can check out. Or if you are the owner of a home service business and you want somebody to actually build these campaigns, manage them, optimize them, handle them so you don't even have to worry about it, there's going to be a link in the description down below for a free consultation. You can fill out a form, it'll get sent over to me and I can see if I can help you out. And that's it. So in the meantime, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I'd appreciate a like, subscribe, comment down below if you want to see anything else, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks.